Septic system is done. We finally have a place to put all of our crap. No, seriously though, the tank is in, the drain field is in, we're completely done with the exception of hooking the tank up to the house, and that'll come down the road after we get the shell up on the house. But the septic tank and the drain field is ready to use. We've passed the county inspection last week and we're all done. If you've been following along on the build, you know that this has been a long time coming. There's multiple steps that you have to do to put in a wastewater system, and we've finally reached the end. Happy about that, but there was a lot that we had to do last week to get to this point, and I want to show you that now. $1,500-gallon concrete septic tank and the low profile chamber for the drain field. 400 feet, linear feet of drainage tile. 4 runs, about 100 feet a piece is what those will be. First line is already dug. Hole for the septic is dug. This is one of the jobs I left to the professionals. There's one drain line there. You can see how shallow it is. And that's due, if you watch the earlier videos, due to the soil type, we had to go with a low profile chamber, shallow. That way we have enough good dirt underneath of it to absorb the water. Septic tank hole here. So we'll come out of the house side here, run back into the tank, which will run into the lines, which are all going to be spread out this way. So here's a little look at our drain field and the lines that we're putting in. This type of system is a conventional chamber system, a low profile chamber system. In Alexander County, you need to be a licensed installer in order to put these in. There are different types of drain fields that the county allows. It's all based on your soil type and how much room you have, and there's a lot of variables that go into it. But you can kind of see the chambers here, and the trench is very shallow, the chambers are very shallow, so whoever is doing the digging has to be pretty accurate with their with the trenches that they put in. You can see there's no bottom on them, they just kind of clip together and lay in the trench. And this is a completely gravity fed system, so there's no pumps or anything in it. There's no stone that has to be brought in with this type of system. But the one downside is, it's a good system, but the one downside is you cannot install it on your own unless you're licensed. And the county has a list. If you live in Alexander County, they have a list of people that are qualified to put these systems in. So I'm glad I had the professionals do it. One less thing to worry about.
Definitely a job left for the pros. I could not have done this, I don't believe. I don't have the equipment nor the skill. This stuff is pretty, the trenches are pretty narrow, pretty shallow, I should say. So the depth has to be pretty accurate on these. And we're on our last row, so they're almost done. Be ready for inspection here this afternoon. Four lines, 400 linear feet of drain field. All we have to do now, he's gonna run the track hoe, and we're gonna connect the septic tank to the lines, and that'll be it. Inspector will come out, look at it, and then we can cover it up. There's a little bit of water in there. So this is the filter. Were you out here when he was showing us this?
Yep. I was. Do you think it's actually going to rain, or is it just going to...
What's that?
Do you think it's really going to rain, or is it just going to drizzle?
Drizzle.
Okay, then I'm going to go back out to the garden.
That's it, 2 chambers with a little crack in the wall right there to let the liquids come through. Filter runs out into the line. This line is the highest, fills up. Once this is full, runs over into the next one, that fills up, runs into the next one, runs down to the 4th one. So all 4 rows are put in level, with this one being the highest, a little lower, a little lower, a little lower. That's how this system works. $1,500-gallon tank, that's for a 3-bedroom with a garbage disposal. If you do a garbage disposal, they add an extra 500 gallons because you're putting more solids into the tank. Otherwise, it's typically a 1,000-gallon tank. So that's what we have there. And then our drain lines here. Environmental health was just out. Did the inspection, we've passed. So now it's time to put the track hoe away, get the skid steer out, and get things covered up. And that'll put a wrap on the septic and drain field install.